Oh boy. Oh boy, it's 4 pillars and 4 dungeons in the bottom of the dungeon. You know what that means. 4 mini dungeons to finish the game. Hello, I'm back with more of the end game of Dragon Quest VII. Hellfire Hollow. 3 treasures. Okay. Cool. Ah, you're not dead? Alright. Well, you will be.
Take that.
So yeah, 4 mini dungeons. Oh, goody. But hey, that just means that hopefully I can beat this game today. If I can't, then I at least tried. But we're in for the ringer, because of course we fucking are. Spoke the last time about just how long this game is and how long it needed to be, which was half the length. Turns out people at Reddit mentioned that the original game was twice as long as it already was. I'm like, my god, how? How? How many freaking mini islands did you have, game? Cause fuck, dude. Hey, Kazing is nice and Sword Dance is nice. Yay! Yay! Cool. Dang it. Ugh. But with the game nearing completion, not complete, but nearing completion, the next thing I have to do is come up with what to do next. I already know what I'm doing next. Oh no, you stole money that I'm never going to spend. So...
Take that.
Ready.
I already know that after this is Clear Obscure. And then after that is Bayonetta Trilogy, including Cereza and whatever the Demon of Light or whatever they called him. The prequel. So the prequel game and then the Bayonetta Trilogy proper will be next. And then it'll be...
Thank you.
On the other end, it's still Danganronpa finishing up. Doesn't look like 2x2 is going to be for a while, so I've got time to just not worry about it. But after that, it's going to be the other trilogy. The Nonary games. So, 999... Zero's Virtue's Last Ward, and Zero Time Dilemma. In between all that is Chrono Trigger. I've already done a Chrono Trigger rando. So that's 3 episodes, so that's going to be after this, in between Clear Obscure. Donkey Kong Country 2, played badly, because we know how the first one went. Yay! But... after that, I'm in a little bit of lurch because I'm just going to bypass enemies if it's all the same to the rest of the game, if I can help it. Shit. Aw, man, Vis Majors? Fuck. This is a problem. So yeah, I gotta kill. I'm gonna kill you fast. So I almost did. God damn. You're not dead. That's not good. But yeah, the biggest point of contention is when I get to Persona 4 Revival. Because last time I played one of those games, it was immediately as it came out. The day it came out. And it helped to an extent, but it wasn't the biggest thing. Now that I see it, so I didn't need to do that. But I still will do it if the situation arises. So, I think it's like February 17th, barring a delay or anything like that. Which is good, because you set a date. I hope you mean that you mean it.
Take that!
Stop hitting me. But what do I do in the meantime? Because I don't know how long... Like, I've seen how long Danganronpa takes, and that's half the year. But that's 3 games. I imagine the Nonary games are going to take as long, so that would get me 5 to 6 months, which is right on the money. So that would be nice if that's what it ends up being. But I get the feeling that Clair Obscur and Bayonetta are not going to be near as long. They're probably going to be 2 months each. That's the hope, anyway. So that would still give me some time to get to Persona. But if I get to Persona right away, I get to Persona right away. But if, a lot of balls to use Flame Splitter in a flame area, buddy. But I found 4 games to pick from that are on the shorter end. In the meantime, provided that I don't need to yet. Wait, what's this? Oh. Wow. Rude. Oh. Oh, they're all connected? Weird. But, the 4 games in question that would happen after Bayonetta would be Catherine Full Body, Lunar Remastered, so games 1 and 2, Super Mario RPG not randomized, but remaster, which I never have done yet, by the way, and The World Ends With You. And I like all 4 of those options because they don't invest, like, barring something else happening, like Clair Obscur taking way longer than the 20 or 30 hours that they mentioned, I mean, maybe it's like 40, it's still not the 60 that this was, right? And I don't expect to do the side content. I mean, if I do, I do, if it's interesting. I know enough about Clair Obscur to know it's shorter.
Thank you.
I mean, it's half the length of this fucking game, so I'm not going to be here as long. But I still envision it's probably going to take 60, 70, 80 episodes, give or take. Because I might struggle. I'm going to put it on the easiest setting, obviously, but I might still struggle with it. But if I don't, then I'm in good shape. Nice. So the biggest thing for those games is keeping an open road for Persona 4 in case I get to it as close as possible. Because if it's like a week later, like if it's the week before release, I can do a rando. If it's a week after release and I beat a game, like I'll immediately just go into Persona. Like I'm not gonna know that until I actually beat a game, you know, or get close to beating a game. Because as we've seen with stuff like this, it's a bigger investment than you'd think. Damn it. Rude! I'm trying to make a point here. You suck. Anyway. So, as usual, it's mainly just keeping things at bay. The other option would have been East 3. But I think going into East 3 so quickly after East Origin, you know, even a year... Like, Final Fantasy's one thing, but I think East, Castlevania, like, I played those.
Take that.
People know what they're getting from East. East will get its time in the sun again, eventually. I'm not hurting for East games. That's for damn sure. Because that was the other option, was East 3, because that's a shorter game too, but I'm also like, nah, save that one. Save... coming out in October is Belmont's Curse, so that's another Castlevania game.
Miracle move.
There's another Bloodstain that's supposedly on the way as well.
Take that.
And there's so many Yakuza games still. Like, they re-released most all of them except 4, 5, and 6 with English voice acting, so there's a lot of Yakuza stuff. And that's not even counting the stuff coming out after Persona 4, like Persona 6 and the Final Fantasy VII Revelation, which, again, I have to figure out if I'm going to play that because, yay! I'm still trying to figure out my feelings on Final Fantasy proper. Damn it! The remake series proper. And I've said as much a lot, so I won't belabor the point. The gameplay doesn't suit me. I do what I can to get through it, but I'm not, like, the biggest fan of it. I mean, I like it, sort of, but I'm not a fan of the action combat, so, yeah. I mean, I've made that abundantly clear. But more so than that, I think it's the endings of both games that have driven me up the wall. I don't exactly like the endings. And I want to be assured that I actually like the ending of 3. Or even like the game in general. Because I think Rebirth, story-wise... God damn it! Fucker. The thing with the remake and the Rebirth is the first game is belabored, but I do think some of the things about Rebirth were great. The pacing was a lot better. I'd imagine the gameplay was a lot better. I was mainly focused on the story bits. That's all I really cared about at the time. Because I wanted to be assured that I liked the story. And the ending is sort of fun, sort of interesting. Oh, these aren't that long. Okay. Alright. Okay, so since the presence of the fire spirit. Okay, this isn't so bad. Alright, so it's basically just one room with a bunch of fights in it. That's not so bad. Hero's Helm! Okay, 4 neat items. Hooray! I did the thing. Huh? They've receded thanks to... Oh, you do have to go in a specific order. That's kind of lame. Chance of being prevented from casting spells. Chance of being confused. Chance of being confused. So this is basically just an improved version of what I already have? Damn. Chance of being put to sleep, chance of being confused, chance of prevent... Yeah, okay, fine. Alright, and... Actually, no, I should... There we go. Cool. Yeah, might as well give it to her. But yeah, it's mainly just... Can I put my money where my mouth is for pretty much an entire year? And maybe a year and a half, actually. Like, if this was Xenosaga Trilogy, like, I'd have no problem with that. Even with as bad as Xenosaga 2 is... Wait, the water. Even as bad as Xenosaga 2 is, I have no problem saying I love Xenosaga 2, like Xenosaga proper, more so than I do something like... Why are you still alive? God. Oh, at least you're stunned. So that's kind of where I'm at, is I just want to know the story is something that I'm going to enjoy experiencing longer term, because the Final Fantasy VII-ness of Final Fantasy VII Remake is not questionable. They really did a good job with, like, the characters, the visuals, the music. It feels like Final Fantasy VII. But does the gameplay hold up, and does the story not completely suck pond water? And I haven't really liked both endings, which is weird because I should be liking them, but I don't. Ow! You suck. So that's kind of where I'm at with that one, because that's the next big thing to tackle after doing a lot of trilogies in a row. The other one would probably be like Ace Attorney Investigations, like the 2 Miles Edgeworth games. That's probably the next big thing of big things. Damn it! There's a lot of enemies in here. I mean, you're giving me experience, so I'm not complaining, but man, I was expecting to just cut through these enemies by now. You suck!
Take that.
Well, that's rude. Ow, that's rude. But yeah, I don't know who's going to win between Catherine and Lunar, Super Mario RPG, and Twoey. The thing with Catherine is that one would be weird because I kind of want to do all different routes, but I don't want to play the game over and over to achieve it. I kind of want to play the areas as standalone areas one time and then just show off the endings or show off the branches, because that's really the difference. That's really all that really matters difference-wise. Why would I need to go to the... What is this? What does this even do for me? Does this just take me to... Why am I Fuck! No! Dang it.
Let's go.
They're making me work. I don't know if I want that. Could you stop it? But yeah, because I'm partial. Me personally, I'm partial to the Catherine with a K ending. Because I'm that kind of person. And that's what Catherine as a game would let me do, is kind of like... Because I don't think I've changed since playing the original, and I don't think I've played since playing the remake, is they actually do add a lot more to Catherine with a K storyline. They obviously add Rin, and I like it and hate it in equal measure. Because I like what they do with it, but I also think the ending is also very, very, very goofy. Even more so than Catherine with a C's ending. So, that one's like a weird thought experiment, because I want to just do one ending, but I also want to do all of them. Right? And I think I would just do all of them, because the game's not that long anyway. Lunar 1 and 2. I've played Lunar 2 mostly. Lunar 1 has this weird beginning part, which is super fucking fat, or super fucking hard compared to the rest of the game, which I don't know about. They redid the voice acting, and I'm intrigued, because I like the voice acting, but I also don't, if that makes any sense. Because I like the original voice acting, and I don't, because it's kind of in that, it's sort of good, even by 90 standards, but it's also kind of goofy.
My gratitude.
So I don't mind that they redid it. I mean, it's been 30 years, and redoing it, redoing the translation, it could end up being like Suikoden, where it just transforms the experience. Just get off this fucking thing. Oh, I see. I do have to do it to do this. This is annoying. Seed of... Seriously? Seed of Resilience? That's it? I mean, Super Mario RPG Remaster, like, what do I need to say that I haven't already said about Super Mario RPG? Whether I've been done rando or just done the original. Like, it's Super Mario RPG. God damn it! Another fucking fight! Seriously. I just want to be done with this place. I want to be done with this game. I'm sorry if you like it, but my god, I am exhausted.
Thank you.
I did not think I would be this exhausted.
Right.
Murderer? Okay, that's kind of funny. Ooh!
That was easy.
And then Chloe... Yay! The thing about Chloe is what I'm hoping, and I don't know this for a fact, but I played... Because I played the original on the DS, and that game, if I had to play it on the DS again, I probably couldn't do it physically because it hurts. Sort of. Or, doesn't hurt, but... It's kind of... The way the game is designed, I hope they designed it a different way. Man, seriously? Seriously? Oh, I go down here. I see. Mainly just going, I hope it's, like, even with the analog stick, I hope it's just, like, fiddling the analog stick, but I'm hoping it doesn't, like, cause carpal tunnel or anything like that. Because I like the setting. It's unique. The music style is not my kind of thing.
Right.
But it's a kind of pseudo-punkish kind of setting, so it's like, it's trying to be something different. And I couldn't tell you everything about the game in general, because it's been so long, except that they did make a sequel, so I do know that there is that. And I don't even know if the sequel has the same characters or anything. Oh god. Rude. Oh, fuck off! But I mean, I'm not worried about either game getting chosen. Especially with a lot of them being in the case of, this has taken... A lot of other games have taken precedence, so some of them have been on the docket for a while now. And it took, you know, Final Fantasy finally being off. At least the retro Final Fantasies, the one I really, really like. You know, 12, 15, 16, and the remakes are what they are. And I will play them, but admittedly, I'm only liking them to an extent. I'm not, like, full-throated endorsement. Duh, get away! But the important thing is always having something next. Because I'm actually digging back into... I'm digging back into my old gameplay. And I'm seeing stuff again that I didn't know about, you know, jokes I've made or things I could turn into shorts or other cool stuff that I didn't think about at the time. I'm just gonna leave you alone. I don't want to fight you. Okay, on a sword. Red statue starts to glow. Oh, okay. Water spirit's divine protection has cooled the lava within. Okay. Fair enough. So we've done 2 of the 4. I don't know what exactly I'll talk about in the next episode, but this took longer than I was expecting, I'm not gonna lie. Just to do 1 room, I was not expecting to fight so much. But hey, I suppose it's fine. It means I'm leveling up more. So, could be fine. I'm gonna take a break, and I'm gonna get some food. I don't know what else I'm going to talk about on my way down here. I mean, I've already talked about Dragon Quest, and I've already talked about what's coming after. Maybe I will talk about what's coming before, and just talk about things I've played before, and, like, what I would do if I was to ever replay games. That might be something. I need to find something to talk about to get through the other 2 dungeons, you know. So, dungeon rants, after all. But hey, I'm going to call it an episode for now. I'm going to get some food. I'm hoping to beat this game today. No guarantees, but I'm hoping to beat it today in like 3 more episodes. That would be nice, but we'll see.